What's up, guys? It's Mama Deadhead and Athena here, and we are back with another Team Build Tuesday. So today, I wanted to talk to you guys about a topic that I see a lot of questions about, and it's basically, who do I use as fodder? And I'm going to, lightly touch on 4 to 5 star ascension, but mostly 6 stars, because this is what I see, mostly on forums, on Facebook, in line chat. People are always asking, should I use this person as ascension fodder? So what better way to start off by claiming these? So I'm going to go ahead and claim this 4 star. Hope it's something new. Let's see, who do I want to claim it? I'll claim it on Beth, because she was very helpful for the longest time to me. Kelly, alright. I already have Kelly. Use Kelly a lot. But let's go ahead and go to the 5 stars, because I have 3 of them. So again, like I said, what better way to start this off by claiming 3 5 stars, and I will tell you if I'm going to use them as ascension fodder. So let's go for Shiva. Shiva's my good luck charm. Let's get something good here. Ooh, that's new. That's new for me. Another top lead Zeke. Oh, Krista, yes! Yes, okay. I'm extremely excited about this because, for those that don't know, I love Telltale Games. I love Krista. I know that she's slow. I'm probably, not going to use her, on a regular basis. I do Survival Road daily, so I do use a lot of tunes compared to somebody that, doesn't do that daily. And I'm pretty high up, so 5 stars aren't a huge thing unless they are, like a crit lead or a crit buff. But I didn't have this guy. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is a character I've actually wanted for a while, ever since he came out. This must be my millionth Zeke. And then Krista. So, in a case like this, I will go ahead and say that I would use Ezekiel as ascension fodder, and I will be keeping the other 2. Alright guys, so I made this team for you guys so you can see the different categories that I put 5 star tunes in. So the first thing that I want to say is I think it's important to still keep 5 stars. The reason being is you just get an incredible amount of points and level up for them. Even if you might not necessarily use that character every single day, you can still get, a lot of points at tier 4. Another reason to keep them around, Survival Road. Just personally, if I got rid of everything and just had my 6 stars, I would just be absolutely done for, because I don't have all the personas. Some things are trait specific, and I would just get destroyed or not even be able to compete if I only had my 6 stars. So I do keep the 5 stars around for things like that. And crit especially, I just don't have really good crit tunes yet on 6 star wise. So definitely my 5 stars are still important to me. So of course the first character here is Benedict. And I think that if given the option of actually using a character tune versus using the 5 star trainer, absolutely 100% go with the trainer always. Just because you never know what is going to become of what character you use. Maybe it's a duplicate, but maybe it's a character that's really spectacular, and having a couple of would be a good thing. So, of course, trainer 100% of the time, absolutely, I would say use if you can. So, you can see that I have 3 other tunes here, and I promise there's definitely a method to my madness. And the first one that I'm going to talk about is Krista. So, you saw me just pull her. And the reason why I would keep her is because I don't have another one like it. I don't have another Krista. This is the only Krista I have. Now, her rush is slow. Am I going to use her? Honestly, probably not. I might use her in some sort of small crit team, trying to get some zombies out of the way to go in with a better team. But the reason I'm going to keep her is, again, you never know what a character is going to become. Personally, I can tell you that I know somebody in my region. He had 5 gators, guys. 5 gators. Now, he used all of them for Ascension. That wouldn't be a bad way to go if he had Rosa. But he doesn't. You know what other tune he doesn't have? Carl. So he doesn't have a good melee lead at this point, and he could have had one. Like, he had 5 gators. He could have had a large drop lead. He could have had that 40% defense bonus. And now he doesn't have it just because he thought the 5-star wasn't good. He didn't ever use him, so why keep him and just use him as ascension fodder? To make things a little bit worse on this guy, he has like 2 Shivas. He has the Command Glen. And I can't remember what other tune he has, but it's a very good green. And he could definitely benefit from having that gator, considering he hasn't pulled a Carl. But he is stuck with a SR Zeke on defense, so he definitely doesn't defend as much as he would if he would have kept Gator around and, you know, put an absolute defense weapon on him. That's what I did before I got Carl, and I still use Gator all the time farming. So this is why I'm keeping Krista. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to make that mistake and miss out on a tune that I could have had that could have been like a game changer for me. So I'm keeping Krista. Now, this guy, Kenny, truthfully, I am not going to use him, just like Krista, but I have 2 of him. So in this case, I would get rid of one of him and just keep the one that I'm not going to use. Same reason as Krista. You never know what he's going to become, so I'm keeping him around just in case. Now, the difference between this Rick and Kenny is I have 2 Ricks, and I am keeping both Ricks. Now, this is something that I feel very passionately for. If you are still using a character all the time that's a 5-star, do not use that character to ascend somebody else and be hurting in a place that normally would be very, very easy for you. So I have 2 of these Ricks, and I pulled this Rick pretty early on, and I think both of them are maxed at this point. So I've had him a long time. And there's a little bit of sentimental attachment because it was, like, I think the second 5-star I ever pulled from the wheel. But the reason that I'm keeping this guy is because I use him for that 24 crit to all fast teammates, like, nearly every single day. And he's a medium drop lead. So, of course, if I get the chance on Survival Road to use him, I'm going to use him. So this is a guy that I still use to this day all the time. Now, the reason that I'm keeping both is because if he comes out as a 6-star and he's really incredible but doesn't have a crit lead, I'm still going to be hurting if I ascend him. Say he fits perfectly into my raid team, that's all fine, but what am I going to use now for my yellow crit? So that's why I have these guys into different categories of, you know, different reasons why I keep them. I have 2 Kennys, I have 2 Ricks, but I would keep both Ricks. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys as to why I would use certain tunes as fodder and why I would just keep certain tunes. But at the end of the day, 100% if you have Benedicts, use the Benedicts. Now, I could make a range team, and I have been told to make a range team. I have some decent tunes I think that would make a good range team. I can go in and just, like, make one for you guys. Like, I have Tyrese. I have Eugene. Let's see. You can see that I have the governor as well. I have Mirabelle, so I'm just going to replace him here. I have Dwight. I have another Mirabelle. I have Yumiko. And I think after this I have some duplicates. I'll have Abraham. I have another Yumiko. Another Tyrese. So I think that I have the makings of a decent range team, but at the same time, I don't want to pull the trigger and make it, and then, you know, the next Ascendance list come out, and I find something even better. So I have the resources, the way that I've structured things, and with the tunes that I've kept and the resources that I've held back on to actually go ahead and make a full range team, I'm just waiting on it. So I think that's definitely one of the perks of saving back some resources. I mean, the only thing that can get kind of annoying is you can see that I'm at 299 of 300, but I also think that it's partially like getting certain places in tournaments and ending up with all of these trainers, and sometimes opening the boxes for like the trait ones on accident. But I really like having the option of just saying, you know what, I'm going to make a range team and I'm going to go for it. So definitely the perks of, just waiting. And definitely it's always good to know that I'm never going to struggle in like a survival road tournament or anything like that. Now, I said that I would lightly touch on 4 stars, and I'll go ahead and say that personally, I still have kept 4 stars. So let me go. Now, some of them kind of sentimental attachment, sure. But some I still use, and I use them on survival road. Again, I think it's a really important thing to keep tunes that you still use. Now, I don't really use Zachary anymore. I think that's an example of me just keeping it because of sentimental attachment. I was using this guy well up until I was in like the top 50 in the raid leaderboard. But this character, only Red Guardian I have, so I've kept her. I always keep my Luke and my Connors around. I think I have multiple of both. I keep them around just for a specific time in Survival Road where I think it only allows Citizen and Soldier and Rebel, I think, to go through zombies. And if I keep them, it's a walk in the park. So 4 stars are still kind of useful to me. I know that I made a video quite a few months ago now, probably like 7 months ago now, useful 4 stars that you shouldn't have sent, and I still stand by that. But I try and keep some of my original characters just because I like having them around. But I think that's going to be it for this video. I really appreciate you guys watching this. Comment down below, is there anyone that you're just keeping because you like them? Is there a special tune that you really want to become ascendable? Thank you guys so much for watching. And like always, like and subscribe. Bye guys.